Buckle up as we start on a journey filled with mystery and skepticism. Today, we peel back the layers of the September 11, 2001 events and explore the pressing question, was 9/11 really an inside job? What if I told you that the roots of one of modern history's most major events were buried in secrecy? That the story we've been told may not be entirely true? Prepare to be surprised, because today we're pulling back the curtain to reveal other theories that defy the official story of 9/11. Let's get started. Before we dive deeper into the theories surrounding 9/11 as an inside job, let's establish a solid understanding of the historical context. On that day, September 11, 2001, the world watched in shock as terror unfolded. 4 commercial airplanes were hijacked by terrorists, forever changing the course of history. The official narrative states that these attacks were orchestrated by the Islamic extremist group Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden. 2 planes crashed into the iconic Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, causing their eventual collapse. Another plane struck the Pentagon, the symbol of American military power, while the 4th plane, United Airlines Flight 93, crashed into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers bravely fought the hijackers. The immediate aftermath of these attacks was marked by grief, fear, and a resolute call for justice. The events of 9/11 reshaped global politics, leading to the launch of the War on Terror, the invasion of Afghanistan, and subsequent military interventions in other countries. However, amidst the chaos and devastation, questions began to emerge. Some individuals started to challenge the official narrative, questioning whether there might be more to the story than what meets the eye. Those who believe 9/11 was an inside job present alternative theories that seek to challenge the official explanation. One such theory suggests that the collapse of the Twin Towers was not solely caused by the impact of the planes and ensuing fires, but rather by controlled demolitions. Critics of the official account argue that the speed and symmetry of the towers' collapse resemble controlled demolitions seen in the demolition industry. They question whether the structural integrity of the buildings could have been compromised to such an extent by the impact of the airplanes alone. Another aspect that raises eyebrows is the behavior of Building 7, a 47-story skyscraper adjacent to the Twin Towers. Despite not being directly hit by any plane, it collapsed in a similar manner later in the day. Skeptics argue that this raises questions about the official explanation and suggests the possibility of controlled demolition. Additionally, there are those who question the hijackers' abilities to pilot the planes with such precision. They argue that the reported lack of flight experience among the hijackers makes it highly improbable for them to execute complex maneuvers and hit their targets with such accuracy. These alternative theories have sparked intense debate and triggered independent investigations by researchers, journalists, and concerned citizens seeking to uncover the truth behind the events of that tragic day. In contrast to the alternative theories, the official narrative connects the attacks to Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden. According to the 9/11 Commission report, the hijackers exploited vulnerabilities in airport security and used box cutters to seize control of the airplanes. The report identifies intelligence failures, bureaucratic missteps, and a lack of coordination among various government agencies as the primary factors that allowed the attacks to occur. It acknowledges that warnings of a potential terrorist attack were received, but emphasizes that these warnings lacked specificity and were not acted upon effectively. The official narrative also contends that the collapse of the Twin Towers resulted from the combination of the plane's impacts and the subsequent fires, which weakened the structural integrity of the buildings. The idea that members of the U.S. government were involved in planning or aiding the attacks for their own secret purposes is one of the most raised aspects of the claim that 9/11 was an inside operation. Supporters of this theory argue that although the government knew about the attacks, it did nothing to stop them, raising questions about possible collaboration or a purposeful stand-down order. They make reference to claimed intelligence errors, communication problems, and the apparent dismissal or denial of warning indicators by important agencies. Some critics argue that the government exploited the assaults as an opportunity to advance its geopolitical goals. They believe that the 9/11 attacks were used as justification for the invasion of Afghanistan and subsequent military engagements in the Middle East. A full inquiry would have taken longer than the official reports indicate, according to critics of the official story, who also doubt the narrative's fast development. They believe that the hasty assignment of responsibility to Al-Qaeda and the ensuing policy choices led to accusations of premeditation. Furthermore, alternative theories often highlight the connections and alleged inconsistencies surrounding certain individuals within the government and intelligence community. These connections range from financial interest to familial ties, fueling speculation about ulterior motives and hidden agendas. However, it is important to note that comprehensive investigations, such as the 9/11 Commission report, have not found substantial evidence to support the claims of government involvement. The official reports attribute the failures leading up to the attacks to a combination of intelligence shortcomings, systemic issues, and a lack of awareness of the specific threats posed by Al-Qaeda. Critics argue that the lack of evidence can be attributed to potential cover-ups or the intentional suppression of information by powerful entities. They point to inconsistencies, missing evidence, and the secrecy surrounding certain classified documents as indications of a larger conspiracy. While the theory of 9/11 as an inside job may raise compelling questions and concerns, it is essential to examine the counterarguments and the evidence that debunks this theory. Skeptics of the inside job hypothesis present several points that challenge its plausibility. One key counterargument is the logistical challenge of maintaining a vast conspiracy involving thousands of individuals. For an inside job of this magnitude to be successfully executed and kept under wraps, it would require an extraordinary level of coordination, silence, and secrecy. Critics argue that the sheer complexity of such a conspiracy makes it highly improbable. Additionally, independent investigations, including the 9/11 Commission report, have not found concrete evidence to support the claims of an inside job. The extensive research and analysis conducted by reputable experts in various fields did not uncover indications of controlled demolitions or government complicity. Critics further point out that the alternative theories frequently use cherry-picked facts, selective evidence, and information manipulation to support a preconceived narrative. They contend that confirmation bias and a tendency to look for connections and patterns where there may not be any might result in incorrect results. In addition, supporters of the official story claim that other hypotheses fail to account for the psychological and emotional effects of the 9/11 assaults. The tragic events of that day left a lasting impression on society, which may have influenced people to search for other explanations and need to establish some sort of order or purpose among the chaos. It is important to recognize that skepticism and critical thinking are crucial in any investigation, but they should be grounded in reliable evidence and a thorough analysis of all available information. Jumping to conclusions without considering the full picture can lead to misinformation and the perpetuation of unfounded claims. While the debate surrounding 9/11 as an inside job continues, it is essential to approach the subject with a balanced and objective perspective, weighing the evidence and considering the consensus of reputable investigations. In conclusion, the theory that 9/11 was an inside job has sparked intense debate and controversy. While proponents of this theory present arguments that question the official narrative, it is crucial to examine the counter-arguments and evidence that debunk these claims. The events of September 11, 2001 remain a painful and sensitive topic, and it is understandable that alternative theories have emerged in an attempt to make sense of the tragedy. However, it is essential to approach these theories with critical thinking, thorough research, and an open mind. While questions and doubts may persist, it is important to remember that sensational claims require extraordinary evidence. The burden of proof lies with those who propose alternative theories, and so far, the evidence has not overwhelmingly supported the notion of an inside job. We appreciate you joining us on this thought-provoking tour of the 9/11 debates. Remember that the events of that day had a tremendous influence on numerous lives, and our attention should be directed on paying respect to the victims, comprehending the historical context, and carefully examining the facts to discover the truth. So guys, this is it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like this video and want to see more in-depth